G'day, how you doing? Adam here from Poseidon Racing with another video in this series, which of course is the ultimate beginner's guide to Zed Run. Everything that you need to know, going from zero experience, zero horses, building up your stable, and of course the important part, winning races, winning as many races as possible as soon as possible. That is the goal, to get all the information that I have used to build up one of the most successful stables in Zed Run and give it to you for absolutely nothing. If you would like to subscribe and hit the like button, that would be great as a form of thank you. Other than that, let's get into it. Today's video, we're going to look at the Zed Run Colors and what do they mean. Let's jump over full screen. Okay, so once again, I'll leave you a link to this particular website, community.zed.run/breed/coat-color. Is the link, but never mind about trying to write that down. I'll put it in the description for you, because basically within the colors of Zed Run you've got three different categories. You've got super rare. You can see on this chart here, it's not the clearest chart to be honest, but the top tier is super rare. In fact, let me turn on my web paint. Okay, and you've got, so super rare is this category here. Okay, we'll just get rid of that. And then you've got the next one down is rare. Okay, this one here to here. And then the final one down the bottom here is common, where you can see most of the horses exist. And then you've got the three categories, super rare at the top, rare in the middle, and common down the bottom. And then you've got 7 color groups. So you've got Neptune, which is your blue shades, Earth, which is your browny earth shades, Wild, which is your green shades, Moon, which is your grey tones, Fiery is your reddish colours, Classic, yellowish, and Mystical is your purplish pinkish. Roughly around about that anyway. Okay, so you will also find some information within Zed blogs. You might stumble across it where it suggests that certain color groups might be temperamental or better distance runners or, XYZ. From the information that I'm getting from the developers, that is just story narrative. It's not actual physical game strategy stuff. So as far as the colors are concerned within game strategy, the best information that I currently have is that a Neptune is no different from an Earth or a Wild or a Moon, or a Fiery is no better than a Classic at particular distances. Okay, that information is just poetic narrative, if you like, and it doesn't really apply to game strategy. And similarly with the rarity of the colors, the super rares are no better racers on average than the rares or the commons. So the colors, as far as all the information that I have to date, and if that changes I will update this video as soon as I have more information, as far as I know the colours are just for aesthetics and collectability, if you like. So the super rares can tend to go for, let me just move that out of the way, the super rares do tend to be more expensive on average than the rares and then than the commons, if you like. So for example, a super rare, unraced, unbred, exactly the same as a rare and a common. The super rare will be more, should be the most expensive generally, and then the rare will be the second most expensive and the common will be the least expensive on that level. But as far as racing is concerned, there are no race traits associated with either of the color levels, whether that be the color groups, the blues, the browns, the greens, etc., 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 or the color rarity. All right, they're purely aesthetic and purely for collectible purposes. Now, as far as this chart goes, you'll probably see that better when you click on the link and have a look yourself, but you'll see the colors are named within their groups and they also have a number next to them on the left. Let's take, for example, Neptune. You can see Aggressive Azure is the super rare of Neptune and it has a 5. And then as we come down, you can see 7, 7, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. Well, from a rarity point of view, those numbers represent how many of those horses are there per 1,000. Okay, so from a rarity perspective, there isn't a great deal of extra rarity, if you like, between the number 5, aggressive Azure, and even the number 10 right down the bottom here, bright cerulean, has a 10. Now you would say, well, the 10 is double the 5, but when you compare it to the ratio of 5 in 1,000 to 10 in 1,000, the percentage rarity is not that big a deal. You're going for something like 0.5% out to 1% rarity. They're both very rare within the system. However, the current player base at the recording of this video does value the super rares, on a higher level, even though the rarity on a percentage base is very, very similar. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, as you come along, you can see there is, in the moon category, we've got 3 super rare colours. You've got slate grey, stronghold ivory, both with rarity figures of 4. So they are the rarest of the super rares because they're only 4 per 1,000, whereas the Arctic snow, the third in that category, is a 6. It is the least rare of the super rare colours, being a 6. Now, those numbers actually get a little bit more interesting. We won't delve right into it now, but we will scroll down here. Oh, here we go. So this is the information where you can see Blue Neptune. These horses are strong but calm with patient temperament, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Apparently this is just poetic narrative, just building the story. It doesn't really apply. I kind of wish it did apply because I like this strategy. If you had a grayscale moon, a moon color, you would have, an intelligent, hardworking disposition, makes compact, versatile horses popular, makes the compact, versatile horses popular. A perfect balance between attentive disposition and a healthy level of spirit, whatever that might mean to racing. But then you have the fiery, spirited, bold, quick-learning horse, possesses agility and speed from its thin-skinned, slim and long-legged physique. I wish that they were part of it, but it seems like they are not. But then when we come down, those colour numbers start to fit into the breeding formula, and I will go into the breeding formula in more depth later. From a beginner perspective, we don't really need to delve too deeply into that just yet. I'll have a more advanced video on the colour breeding aspect a little bit later where we delve into these formulas, these various formulas, which then tell us what the likelihood is of producing a super rare. For example, when we breed maybe a super rare with a common, or a super rare with a super rare, or a super rare with a rare in the middle here. What is the likelihood of getting another super rare, which is very desirable from an offspring point of view? What is the chance of just getting a common, or what is the chance of getting something in between at the rare level? Okay, you can have a look at that yourself, but we will come back later in this series and we'll delve deeper into the colours. All right, but from a purely beginner perspective, it's not something we really want to prioritise at this point. Okay, so you can have a look. You can see there's a couple of different combinations. So where you have the dam and the sire have an identical coat colour, you can see the percentage chances there. Dam and sire do not have an identical coat colour, but are in the same colour group. Okay, so they're not identical, but they are in the same vertical group. So just so that you can read those formulas for yourself, colour groups are here. Obviously, identical colours means the same exact name. What other terminology do they use down here? And colour box. Okay, so there's 3 terms there, or 2 main terms. You've got colour group, which is the vertical, and colour box is the rarity box. Okay, you can see these are boxed up into their colour boxes within their colour groups. But trust me, towards the end of this video series, we will come back and do an advanced level colour breeding tutorial. Okay, so that will give you a better idea on those colours. But for the time being, the colours are just for aesthetics. Choose your favourite colours and for collectability, if you like, on the rarity levels. So based on that, that will give you a little bit of information on the Zed Run Colors. Thanks again for watching along. If you love sports-based NFTs like I do, and in particular Zed Run, then you're going to love this channel. I would appreciate it if you hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoy this content, hit the subscribe button too. That would be absolutely incredible. Thanks again for watching along. Bye for now.